Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to, what a surprise, another GT Sport video. So today, I thought I'd do a nice little video around Daily Race A. My first objective here was to go into 4 different cars and try and win the race with all 4 different cars. But the session didn't really go quite to plan. So my first race here, around the Interlagos, is in the Peugeot RCZ. The fastest car for this track for this week. So we put the traction control setting to 1. We are off and we are underway. Quickly set it to 0, because if you leave it on 1, when you're going uphill, it seems to really struggle. You're bogged down and you're going to lose your position. So that's first thing I did, was that. Make sure I hit the first corner, going through the centre S's. You can see the amount of cars on the radar. Just give that cone a little bit of a yeet. And we are first through the centre S's, and that's exactly how you want to start this race. Now I have to say, this race was absolutely fantastic. Loads of good action in this, so if you're looking for action, this is exactly the kind of video you want to be watching. It is really good for this first race. Second race, questionable to say the least. But anyways, going through this left-hander here, absolutely no issues whatsoever. I have to say, I hold my hand up, front-wheel drive cars are very, very much like them. I know a lot of people hate on them, but for some reason, I'm rather quick in them. I did set a top 10 time on the Monday, so I know my race pace and qualifying pace is good. But can I actually turn it into a win here? As we've got another Ollie in P2. So it's a battle of the Ollies here. Now I've raced him before and I know he's a clean driver. So please do forgive him for any future incidences in this race, which I'm sure there will be and you will see. But I don't feel like he would have done them on purpose. So please bear that in mind. No hate, alright? No hate. So, going through this left-hander here. Really awkward to keep the foot down. Keep your foot down, keep the power down the whole time. Now... yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. He just outbrakes himself, but he knows he's in the wrong here, so he purposely slows down to try and let me pass. But he's got to do it enough so he doesn't then let P3 go through as well. So I do manage to get past, but you can see P3's now made enough of a gap. He's made enough of a momentum on the left-hand side to go past us now. So unfortunately, that little move has dropped us down to P2, and yeah. We're going to try and squeeze this guy as much as I can to the left-hand side, but not too much. So that's when I go over to the right, hoping he's going to outbrake himself. I try to hang it around the outside, but there's just no space there. So we go through the centre S's once more. Can I have an RIP in the comments section for the cones, please, guys? RIP to the cone in the comments. Anyways, this guy here, he is an A+ driver, I believe, so he's very, very quick. He's in the Audi TT, so around the corners he is going to be quicker. Now I try and force him over to the left hand side for as long as I possibly can, potentially to see if he outbrakes himself once more, but he doesn't. This guy is a quick guy. He is going to prove to be difficult to overtake. Now there is a little bit of a gap here, so go up on the inside, but we all know that Interlagos here is going to be, well, 2 or 3 right-handers in a row here, really, to be honest with you. So I give him the space, but unfortunately that just gives Ollie on the inside another move to get past me. Now he goes for a big dive there, just about avoids contact, but he has got himself a 1-second penalty in the process. So that is going to drop him back, and I'm going to have to put that in the back of my mind, because I'm going to have to overtake him, and then I'm going to have to make sure I get on the back of first place. So I don't want to be fighting this Ollie guy too much. I just want to make sure that gap between myself and first place is as small as it possibly can be, so that when Ollie does serve his penalty, I do still remain of the slipstream in P1. Now he does look for a late move again. That does cause him to go wide here, so I'm going to look for a move possibly on the inside, but no, we go around the outside. However, once again, Ollie has the slipstream of the TT on the inside, so really there's nothing I can do here apart from tuck behind him and get the slipstream. As you can see, there's a lot of cars behind us, so any simple mistake is going to cost us. Now he goes flying over to the left hand side, trying to get in the Brits slipstream there. We're going to go 3 wide here into the centre S's in the first section. I managed just to keep that P2, but I end up running wide here, and Ollie is just on the left hand side fighting through, just manages to get the P2. Well done to him, he did well there. Thankfully no sort of incidents whatsoever, which is really good, which is what you want to see on Gran Turismo. And he's going to serve his penalty now, and that's going to shoot us up into P2. But like I said, I just want to make sure by the time he served his penalty, we're still behind P1, which is exactly what we've done, and we managed to keep the slipstream and maybe, just maybe, go for attack potentially on the last lap or on the last straight. Who knows? We shall see. So now we've dispatched of Ollie, and the Spaniard's about half a second behind, I believe. He's got a little bit wide there, which is not great. Brings the Spaniard back into play once more. Bracken just after the cone. This one here, this inside corner, you really can take the mick with that. The track limit's kind of just only really take effect is if you go on the grass. So if you go like 2-3 wheels on the grass, that's when the game will give you a slap on the wrist and a penalty. But apart from that, you're all gravy, as long as you don't don't take the absolute mick with it. But you can see from some of these replay shots here, honestly, make a simple mistake and you are dropping down quickly. The pace in this lobby wasn't too shabby. Personal best going through here then. Now he takes a really, really tight line there, and that just allows me to get right onto the back of him, and he leaves an opening here on the inside, and we all know the Peugeot is quicker than the TT in the straight line. So I've got the inside line here, and I've got the straight, so this should be a slam dunk P1 going over the line, but we do have another lap. So this is going to be, well, I thought it was going to be attacking for the rest of the race, but now it looks like we're going to be defending for the rest of the race. So just braking after the cones. I can see he's going to go for a move on the inside there. Got to give as much space as I possibly can. Just managed to keep him behind me through the centre S's. And yeah, we're going to go through here once more for the last time of this race. And you can see the gap there, so close. It really, really was a good race. This race shows you how good GT Sport can be online. You can have these high, good quality races without the instances. So you can have a good race. So going through the first corner here, I'll say first corner, first sector I should say. We go through there, we get a personal best, looking good, looking gravy, but we've still got a TT behind us. I can't drop him at the moment, so I don't know if we're going to be able to drop him through this lap, and we're just going to have to do our best to defend from him, and then back straight's probably where he's going to get his best opportunity. But like I said, this inside corner here, you can take the mick. I went all over the curb there, almost touched the grass, but it's fine. You can still go 2 or 3 wheels on the grass. You should be okay. You go 3 or 4 though, you probably will get a penalty. I know I've said 2 or 3. And 3 and 4 doesn't make much sense at all there. But I completely messed it up. Anyways, my commentary is top class as usual. But yeah, going through here, like last corner really, there is a left kink as you go on the straight, but is it really a corner though? Can you class it as one? I'm not going to class it here. So anyways, going through this last corner, we've got the top end in this Peugeot, so it's the fastest car. Now the Brit behind us is about 6 tenths behind. He's dropped well off, so surely, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, just going to bring the car home now, stick to the left-hand side. Will we get the fastest lap as well? Not quite, doesn't matter. We got the win, started in pole, finished in P1, that's all that matters. We got knocked back a little bit with a few nudges here and there, but apart from that, good race in the end. Very, very happy with that. Got the P1, lovely stuff. That's all you can really ask for on this game. So that race is all good. That's the good side of GT Sport. You can have races like this. Now, I'm going to show you the bad and basically the pretty awful side of this game now. So we're going to jump into this race once more. However, this time, your boy is going to jump into a Volkswagen Scirocco. Now, out of the 4 cars you can pick for this race, the Scirocco is certainly not the best, but it's not too shabby. I'd probably say the Megane's the worst out of the lot, so it shouldn't be too bad. Starting on pole this time. Actually, not pole, we're starting as P2. Man, I'm messing this up. Anyways, traction control setting to 1, as I said earlier. Just going to wait until it gets underway, put it to 0. You can see I've made an immediate gain on the guy in P1. So we should have the inside of this first left-hander here. And just about, and he just turns into me a little bit there. And then I get a big nudge behind, and then I hit him, and then he hits me. And then it just gets all a bit nasty. There's nothing I can do there, and yeah, we're immediately down to P5. So as far as starts go, that's pretty bad. That's quite up there. At least we didn't spin out. We're still in it, but yeah, we've dropped 4 positions from the start. So that is already off to a bad start. So there's a big gaggle of cars here already. So this is, like I said, the race is tight. The previous race was really tight, as you can see from the replay cameras, and this one yet again is going to be pretty close. You don't really get a chance to pull away on this circuit, especially with a long back straight. You can gain, 4 or 5 tenths, but if you're within 3/4 of a second, by the time you're on the back straight, that person makes up the difference. Okay, Ollie goes for a move on the inside there, can't quite get it done. We've got the A+ driver, I think is it Timmy there, he's still in P2 now. Ollie does get a half-second penalty. I believe if it's half-second, it's probably for track limitation, so he's probably just taking the mix somewhere, and the game has slapped him with a half-second penalty. A little bit harsh, you could say, but it is what it is at the moment. Anyways, I'm going to look for a move on the inside. Potentially he sees me, and he just causes him to go a little bit wide, and I just managed to sneak up on the inside there, and that's us back up to P3. That's all good. So we dropped down to P5 at some point, and now we're all the way back up to P3. It's only 2 positions gained, really, but for this race, that's exactly where we need to be. So I'll fast forward it a little bit. So we've got the slipstream of the Brit ahead. We do have Ollie in the slipstream as well. Now, I just didn't adjust myself for the slipstream there. Ollie turns it slightly, and yeah. I forced another car off the track, even though he didn't go off the track. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it, but at the same time, he didn't go off the track. So the penalty you've given me is for forcing another car off the track, but no one went off the track. No one at all. He stayed on the track. At no point did any of his wheels go over the white line. So, yeah, stupidly, the game's given me a second penalty there, which is a little bit annoying. It was a bit coming together at the centre races, but it happens. It does happen. So, frustratingly, we are now still in P3, but yeah, here we go. Bang. Yep. Another big shunt there, which is annoying. Yeah, and I'm just kind of stuck on the inside here. I've got nowhere to go. I'm in a sandwich, so I'm hitting the Spaniard all over the place here. And then I get a nice nudge, and I get yeeted into the wall. And yeah, P9. It just honestly, sometimes when the luck's against you, it really is in this game. So now we're down to P9 again. Fast forward, you can see how dirty this race is starting to get. Look at all the penalties. And then people start serving them. I've only got a small amount, so I ended up going all over the place. You can see the radar is just manic. I turn in, I hold my hands up. I did not see the Frenchman there. Just managed to keep the position though. And I try to go around the outside of the German. He says, no mate, forces me off the track, but gets no penalty for it. There you go. There's the difference between actually forcing someone off the track. He actually did force me off the track. And yeah, no penalty. Frustrating, guys. Really, really frustrating. Anyways, braking after the cones, and I'm just constantly looking at my radar, you know, constantly looking at it. Looking at these guys up ahead as well. The German has got a 1 second penalty. We've got Britain in front of us in the TT. Can we get through this next right-hander without any sort of incident whatsoever? Just about. Again, there's a guy, the Frenchman, on the inside trying to look for a move. It's not really doable there, if I'm being completely honest, but he tried it at least. And then we go for a big breaking point here, and yeah. Yeah. He just wasn't happy, was he? Just wasn't happy. Yeet me into next week, and your boy's P12, miles behind. I mean, fast forward, I tried to catch up, but I just didn't have a chance. So, yeah, those are the good, bad, and ugly sides of this game. Let's just have a quick little look at the incidents as well. So, yeah, crossing the line in P12, just nothing you can do there, guys. This happens on this game. It is what it is. I'm not going to get angry about it. You know, it's just one race, but yeah, that force off the track was a bit stupid. So here we go here. So I think this guy gets nudged twice, but then I brake at the right point, and he just doesn't bother and just goes straight into the back of me. And I think the algorithm sees he gets hit like several times, so it doesn't bother giving him a penalty, which is a little bit frustrating. And then here's the Frenchman here, just clear as day, just not bothering to brake. He just could not give. You know, well, I'm not gonna, I was going to swear that I was close. Yeah, he just couldn't give you know, he just did not care. But there you go, guys. That is the good, bad, and ugly of this game. It does happen. It is what it is. I still enjoyed the races regardless. Hope you guys did as well. So if you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you are new around here. We're trying to get 10k by Christmas. So if you are new around here, please subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And yeah, thank you to all the current members as well. And I'll catch you for the next one, guys. Take care. Ta-da.